Hey everyone. Well, basically, I'm gonna tell you the story about my first ever 10 strip. So, I ended up buying 12 tabs one day. This was the day before I had court, and I knew I was getting locked up at court. So, but I was in a group home and I asked if I could go out and look for apartments because I was turning 18 in 3 weeks. And I said no. And then I asked someone else and they said yes. So I left. And that's not at all what I did. I actually did go over there, but I mostly went over to pick up some acid. And I bought 12 tabs of acid. And then I was like, fuck it. I'll actually go look at those apartments because I was like, how much do those cost? And I ended up buying the acid and going over there. I was like, hey, how much does it cost to live here? And they said it costs this much to live here. And I was like, thank you for the information. So I went outside to the bus stop, and there was some other guy standing there. And I was smoking out of an apple because at the time an apple was all I had. And he was like, can I hit that? And I was like, yeah. And I was feeling really generous because I was getting locked up the next day anyways, and I had an ounce on me, so I was like, fuck it. I think I smoked like an eighth with them. The bus fucking passed right by us. I think it's because we were smoking. And yeah, the next bus came, but while the next bus was coming, I was like, hey man, you want to buy some acid? And I was just like, hey bro, for $5, I'll give you 2 tabs. And he's just like, alright. And then he just took them, and I was like, drop them. And he dropped them on his tongue. And he was waiting, and he was just like, this is just paper, huh? And I was just like, nah. And then I popped 8 tabs. Uh, the bus came, and when I was on the bus, right? And it started hitting me pretty hard. The acid smacked me. Took like a half hour to kick in, but it kicked in hard. And I was on the bus, and I was just looking around, and I didn't recognize where I was. And I was just like on the bus, and I was just like yelling to just like everyone around me, just like, how do I get home? Someone help me find out how to get home. And nobody said that they'd help me find out how to get home. So luckily I saw a street sign come up and it said Greenway, and I was just like, hey, this is where I need to go. So I got off at that stop, and the group home I was living on is a corner house. It's on the corner of the whole block. So even if you're on acid, you still can't miss it. So I just started walking south, and everything started getting wavy, is the best way I can describe it. Everything just started looking really different. And then I finally got to the group home, and instead of going inside, for whatever reason, I just laid on the driveway and started staring at the sky. And then next thing I know, fucking the cops pulled up, and I left. They told me I had to get up. So I went inside and I put my backpack in my room, and then I talked to the cops. And the cops went in my room when I wasn't looking, and they took my weed. It was almost an ounce because I was smoking it, but they took all my weed. And I was going to smoke it all night that night because at the time the the group home was letting me smoke in the backyard. But I just zoned out, like, I don't know. I've had a couple trips where I just like don't remember shit, and this is one of those ones where I don't remember shit. I was just sitting in the driveway, probably just in Nirvana, staring at the sky. And I don't know, it could have been 10 minutes, it could have been an hour till the cops came. I don't know, but it is what it is. I didn't get arrested for whatever reason because we were in a group home, and I could have said that it wasn't my backpack or something because there was 3 other people in the same room as me, so they're just like, well, we won't charge him with that. And you know how I said I took 8 hits earlier? Well, the cops were in the group home. I was like, oh shit, what if they searched me? And I had 2 more tabs in my wallet, and I ate those too. So I guess you can consider it a 10 strip, but I was just laughing all night.